I'm talking a little bit soft because it's 5:30 in the morning here. But, and I've got a setup actually this morning. I'm gonna, let's see, yeah. So I put my carry-on on top of a chair or a little stool thing. But the reason I didn't set it up yet is I want to show you this. This is where I'm broadcasting my live stream. Oh, good morning from Fresno, Tommy. Thank you so much, because now I know everything's working. So when I waited for like a couple minutes, or one, not even a minute, and then I saw someone was waiting, and that's why I started it up. You guys know, if you've seen the videos, that I wait. It takes me a couple minutes to set up. I give myself up to 5 minutes, but I think it'll go faster today because I already set up my little carry-on bag, and I'm gonna put the phone on the handle. But I'm talking a little bit softer because it's 5:30. Oh, good morning. Good morning, hello, Doufu. It's early, but I'll tell you why in a little bit. But first, I want to show you. This is the first hotel I've been at, and we're still in Ningguo City, the Jay's hometown, and we're doing a live broadcast on Jay's his Chinese platform. It's gonna be an all-day thing. So we have to leave the hotel at 7:20. So we'll go down to the lobby at 7:15. Lynette's actually up and she's showering and getting ready. But I wanted to show you this. This is the view from this is the first balcony we had at a hotel. This is the view from my balcony. I'll try not to, look at this. There's a waterfall over there. I can hear it from here. You guys can probably hear it. The birds, as always, are chirping. There's like a bridge with pagodas. This is just... So that's the insane cool view I have from my balcony. So let me try to set up my live stream. Okay, no, that's too low. So what I can do, because I love that background, let me see. Oh, that's gonna be cool. You can't really see the water though. Let's see if I can make this stand up. Okay, I'm gonna stick something underneath the... Oh, that seems to work. Okay, and I usually like to have coffee, but it's too early, so they don't open up the breakfast here. It's till 7, so it's 5:30. Instead of coffee, I'm gonna drink. I don't know what this is. I don't know. It tastes like soda, Coca-Cola. I wish you could see the river, but there's a river right behind me. Bird sounds coming from speakers. There's no real birds in China. What? I've seen the birds. What's the best coffee here? I don't know. For me, the hotel morning coffee is excellent because so far every hotel I haven't been down to breakfast. This one I might film it because it's kind of fun for me. And I think I'm talking a little bit louder now because the door is closed. So and Lynette's up now. So originally when I started setting up for this, she was still sleeping, so I thought I'll have to whisper the whole time. My flying back to the States, in about 20 days, I think, 18 days maybe. Hoping to stay a little bit longer, but I don't think it's going to work out because we tried to change the ticket to a later date and it was like over $1,000. And I'd like to, but that's pretty expensive. How can you see Jay's wedding? I don't know yet, but I'm told it's going to be on Instagram, and Ari's Instagram account is called under Starlight, but it's under and then underscore Starlight. Hey, Connecticut. Wow, has Connecticut been here before? How much did it cost the wedding? I don't even want to say. To me, it was shockingly expensive. But I mean, they had horses, they had carriages, they had 8 men in costumes carrying Ari like a princess. The wedding was huge. Hey, Boston. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad. So he somehow saw. He probably has. I mean, you can actually watch. You can watch Chinese platforms from the United States and Toronto, because I do. That's like when Jane and Ari first came. They came a month before Lynette and I did, and so I watched Doyen and Front Page, Billy, Nebraska. Oh, this is so cool. I don't remember Nebraska being here, but welcome. Well, maybe it's because it's a little bit earlier. Okay. Madrid. Very cool. I've been to Alicante and a couple other smaller towns, but I have not been to Madrid. Hey, Sydney. I think it's still, it's morning for you. Okay, Tommy watched it on Billy. Okay. And I think I actually saw some of that. That's a bootleg. So some people, I think, went out and just collected, because there's so many cameras there. There's got to be about 20 cameras there. And maybe during the wedding, everyone had a phone out. So, I think some of them posted. So some people have put together kind of a montage, or they've taken different clips from different phones and kind of put the whole thing together. Oh, thank you for watching every day, because that's why I love doing this every day. In fact, because I didn't know, I had to get up pretty early, and I never want to do something that will compete or hurt with Jay's, what he's doing with his videos and everything. So like today, we're literally doing a live stream from 8 in the morning till I think like midnight or 11, and then there's like a little break. So we'll film it's going to be a live stream in China, and they have a bunch of cool products that, because that's how he's providing for his family, is by doing these live streams and selling stuff. And but it's going to be all pretty much everyday household items, some of the biggest companies in China, and then they're selling them at really low discounted prices. So it's like, yeah, of course, I want to be a part of that. Free publicity brings more subscribers. Well, yes, please get. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about the fact that I said some bootleg stuff. Oh, I enjoyed watching it. So. What am I gonna say, man? It's not, it's not all on their channels. So I was glad to see it. I didn't have time to watch all of it, because we did like a little on Jay's channel. We did a little live stream kind of last night at supper, trying to and kind of announcing the live stream to her today. But some of you guys know we did a live stream, and hopefully, or some of you might have seen, like this tea mountain where all these ladies were picking green tea leaves, and then I ran into a band. I didn't know they were a band, but I ran into some musicians on the side of the mountain. I started singing with them, and they let me use their guitar, and I sang a couple songs. It was so fun. But anyway, the next day after that, we did like an all-day live stream thing. It starts at 8, you go to about 2, you take a little break, then you come back on around between 5 and 7. I don't really know. Under Starlight. That's Ari's, whatever it's called, account. Yeah. So, I don't even know if that's the wedding's going to be on there. Just someone told me that. Hello, Doufu from Houston. Hey, Houston. Okay. Oh, you can't watch the Chinese live. Okay. Well, either way, I mean, like I said, if it's not going to be on their channel, I'll put it on mine because I'll figure out a way. Um, so anyway, when we did, so the next day after that day that I was on the mountain, we did a live stream, an all day live stream. It's almost like Billy Billy's in English. We can't access the yeah. Okay. Um, oh, but anyway, so we did like this all day live in the morning. We did it live in the mountains, and then from about 8 to 2, and then we took a little break, and then it started raining, so we had to finish the rest of the live stream from inside the studio. But it was so cool, and I could kick myself because it was, it was my first time, so I had no idea what was going on. And I pretty much never know exactly what's going on. But then, so I wished I had filmed it. I have a little DJI camera, and I need to get it's a DJI 2, and I actually had a DJI 1, but the sound was horrible, and then Jane Ariart let me use their DJI 2 because they have a couple different cameras now that they're using. But the screen is so small that half the time I don't, I'm cutting just the top half of someone's head because I can't see it. So I really want to get a DJI 3, but I think, I don't know how much expensive they are. I think they're like $800 or something. I don't know for sure, but so I need to collect my pennies and get one of those because I would like to keep live streaming and I don't need a DJI but I like to film, so but I want to see what I'm filming. So right now, like when I push Doufu, I have the camera actually on the handle, so it's his point of view. Kind of, it's fun for me. I love it. Oh, and another thing is I'm uploading. So this morning, I'm just going to try to get you updated and give you some behind the scenes stuff. Someone asked, are there a lot of English speakers in China? Yes, amazingly so. I expected almost zero, but there are a lot, and I guess they all learn, or for the past 20 years I'm around, they all learn to read and maybe write, but they all learn English in school. It's just that they usually don't get a chance to practice speaking it, and there's not a ton of English speaking foreigners, so they don't get a lot. I met a little boy, he said, "You are the 5th foreigner I've ever met," and he's probably about 12 or 14. So I was honored to be number 5. And he was the kid that helped us find the guitar store, so I guess that hasn't been in a video yet. I've got about 3 videos that I'm waiting to edit as soon as I have time, so I might even take it to the studio. So anyway, the last time we did a live broadcast or live stream on Jay's channel for selling that tea, I wish I'd recorded it. So this time, now that I know a little bit about what's going on, because me and Ari saying Megan's going to be on the live stream. So this time I'm going to record some of it so I can make a video of it. And so far I've had 0 trouble with people not letting me record or something. So I will. Catherine says that would be great. Yeah, because I was fascinated and I was like, oh, I can't believe I didn't record that. So because what I'm doing, you guys know, if you've seen a couple of the videos, I'm just trying to record things, film things that are interesting to me. It's not going to be interesting to everyone, but it's interesting to me, and some of you guys like it, so that encourages me to do more. Yeah, I have a feeling you're going to be able to see the entire wedding ceremony somehow, in some way. It's you, Catherine. You'll be able to see it because it was truly amazing. Are Ari and I going to do a gig in China? I mean, we're going to sing on this live stream, and as far as a formal concert, I don't know. Maybe that's down the road if we do a few shows on full shows. But for right now, I'm really happy just singing like 1 song or 2 songs on a program, a broadcast program. from some YouTubers posted a few clips from their shows of the wedding. I'm assuming someone wrote, and so yeah. So I think, but eventually I think there will be either on my channel or Jane Ari's or under Starlight there'll be a. You'll be able to see the ceremony, and the horse thing was so cool, and the Ari and the carriage thing was so cool. So I'm excited to film that for you today. And so we leave here down to the lobby at 7:15. And then we are going to Beijing, I guess, afterwards. I don't know how soon afterwards, but I think that's the next stop, unless plans change. But this is, I mean, it's actually, I'm pretty exhausted at the end of, because it's like, it starts from 8 in the morning till like midnight. Oh, you saw me play drums already? That was so fun. I did not want to watch those clips because it'd be nice to watch your J channels. Yes, I agree. The clip that I saw was just someone holding a camera. So, you know, there are, I mean, I saw some cameras with like lenses this as big as, you know, almost as big as my head. So there is some really good footage out there. We just, you know, that, but the wedding was only just 2 days ago. No, 1 day ago. Oh, 2 days ago. Oh, thank you. Someone said I'm a good drummer. That was my other dream, was to be a drummer. And when I was in school, they never let me be a drummer. They wanted me to play the tuba, so I just quit. I didn't want to play the tuba. Not that there's anything going on with the tuba. It was just way too heavy, and I wanted to be a drummer. So I became a guitar player. Yes, I would love to visit Brian Linden, and this trip, I just don't know if I have time, but I really want to come back. I do have super fans, and I also think, you know, a lot of you guys that are checking in, you guys know, you guys are super fans from Jane Ari, so, and you want to find out more about what's going on, so I think that's awesome, and that's what, and so I'm super glad to have you guys here. Can you guys hear the waterfall? That's cool. So, okay, I was going to catch you up a little bit. So that's the live stream. I'm going to film that. Oh, thank you for Snow and Nathan yesterday. They were great guests. And that, I asked Snow afterwards, have you ever been a presenter before? I said, you were such a natural. You did great. And she said, no. So it was awesome. In fact, I started talking with them, and you know, Nathan is a lecturer at a college and does a couple things, and Snow works at a college, and I don't know, and she works for like the head guy of the college. So I said, man, if you guys would ever, and I've been an entrepreneur all my life, and I know a lot about business. I used to be sales and marketing director for Sony BMG Records, one of their divisions. So I have a lot of experience, and I've been to about, I think, 35 countries that I've worked in, and so I have a lot of international experience, business experience. So I said, if you guys ever want me to come down, and they live in a tropical part of, did you know you are handsome though? I mean, I like hearing it, but I know I'm old and fat, so it's okay. But thank you for saying that I'm handsome. And I don't think we'll get a chance to go and visit that. And I thought you were a full-time musician. I was for a while, and then when I got older, because it's really, you know, it's a young person's business. So after that, then I went from being an artist to working for the record companies. And then I started my own company. I have about 100 artists that I distribute. Used to sell their CDs into about 2,000 stores, but now there's no CDs, so I just distribute their music on the internet. So my business model changed, and also I lost 90% of my income when that happened. So I've had about 50 different jobs. As a musician in America, it's not easy to make a living as a musician. So the first 10 years of my whole life, whenever there wasn't enough music or money coming in from music, then I would do different jobs through temp services or paint houses was kind of my main, because that paid pretty well. Jay called me dad. It's very different from Western culture. Well, I mean, yeah, he's always called me dad. And I call him my son because he is my son. And someone said something in Mandarin, but I couldn't understand it. And Jay is so hardworking. He spent, I'd say, easy 10 hours yesterday. Yeah, I love it when he calls me dad. And someone asked if I liked it when Jay called me dad. Internet killed the recorded music industry. Yeah. I mean, I won't talk about it now, but that's going to be a little bit of my lecture, because there was some problems with the music industry as it was before, I would say. So I would say the internet, yes, killed the industry, but it didn't kill music, because you can't kill music. So there's an argument to be made that actually now that the industry is gone, it's even better for musicians and for consumers that like to listen to music. And I would kind of lean towards that side, because I worked for a record company, so I know some of the behind the scenes things of how things really worked. And I've never shared it publicly yet, but you know, who knows? I don't care. They can't, you know, I'm not dependent on the record companies. I don't need them. So eventually, I don't know, I might just talk. And then now there's been enough time that's passed that if I did share some things about how it works behind the scenes, I don't think anyone would really get upset. Taylor Swift's album was leaked the day before it came out last week. Yeah, she might have leaked it herself. I don't know. Those were some of the. Anyway, I won't comment. I know nothing about Taylor Swift other than she visits my hometown a lot, Kansas City, because her boyfriend, Travis Kelce, lives there. If it's still her boyfriend, I don't know. I haven't seen any news the last month or the last 25 days since I've been here. So if she's still dating Travis Kelce, then he lives in Kansas City and he plays for the Kansas City Chiefs, the Super Bowl champions of the world. So it's always fun. They're in the news now all the time because Taylor Swift's a pretty famous singer, and so when she comes to town, you know, people get pretty excited. But they're also excited that he won the Super Bowl. So, so anyway, Nathan and the Snow said, oh, we'll see if they can arrange for me to do like a guest lecture at a university down in, I can't remember the name of the province, but it's that kind of tropical area. He doesn't go see her. I think she lives in New York. Who'd want to go? I mean, hey, from London. I remember the last time I was in London, I actually went to Buckingham Palace, and the Queen was actually there. The Queen Mother, she's passed away, but me and Mom really liked. We liked her because we also liked Winston Churchill. So we also liked the TV show The Crown because it had both Winston Churchill and the Queen Mother when she was young. And Lynette loves history. Lynette is a history buff. So anything to do about history, Lynette wants to be there. But anyway, I was outside Buckingham Palace, and Lynette wasn't there. I was just there I think I was doing business. And I saw the changing of the guard. And then I tried, and I grew up as a kid. It's like you can do whatever you want in front of the guard, and they won't do nothing. They'll just stand there stoic. But I kind of remember making him laugh. So I don't know. Or I just remember being so proud because I got like a wink or something out of him. I don't remember. Or just like cracked a smile. I don't remember, but I do remember standing outside of Buckingham Palace while the Queen was actually inside. I think I saw her through a window. I think she waved at me. Is that just my narcissism talking? But I think the Queen waved at me, and I went, hey. You know, I didn't want to act like, oh, it's the Queen. I didn't want to, you know, be a fanboy, so I just went. So the Queen was waving at me, and I just. But anyway, so yeah, she definitely did. I thought so. I'm glad that you can confirm that, Shem. So I appreciate that. But I mean, you know, the Queen and I, you know, it's not like we weren't close friends or anything. I'm not that big of a narcissist, you know. But anywho, so Dan said, "Who are you?" Dan said, "Who are you?" I don't know what that means. So I'm gonna bring my camera, and then we're gonna live stream. Oh, I'm bringing my guitar, so I'm gonna sing today. Oh, let me tell you this. Let me tell you two things. One, right now during this broadcast, I'm uploading a new video to YouTube. So as soon as I'm done, give me about 5 or 10 minutes to I have to add like the title and that kind of stuff and put up a cover. So give me 5 or 10 minutes, and then as soon as this live stream is done, people living in Tennessee like more peace. True. I think, doesn't everyone? Well, yes. I like peace, but I also love the busyness and the chaos of the entertainment industry. Like when we go do this live stream, that's why I'm going to film some of it for you guys. It's insane. Behind the scenes is like, wow, who are you to the Queen? I didn't say, who are you to the Queen? I said, hey, no, I knew who she was, but I just didn't want to be like a big fanboy. So when she was waving to me, I just go, no, I knew who she was. I wasn't saying, who are you? I'm just going, hey, Queen. And she was so cool. We're big fans of, I guess her name was Queen Elizabeth. I should know, my mom's name is Elizabeth. Kansas City is the best people. You know what, I will say this. I've been to a lot of cities in the USA. Kansas City is so non-pretentious. They're just like regular people. I do really like that. So they're almost like, well, Nashville's the same way. Well, they can be a little more pretentious in some areas. But Nashville's very friendly. So Kansas City is like friendly, but not big about it. Or Nashville's pretty friendly and pretty big about it. So they just seem like the people. They seem like the people. Like in Kansas City is the city that, for a large city, 2 million people, which is large in America. Same as Minneapolis, where we spent 10 years and went to college. It just seems like regular people. Okay, I missed a couple of your comments because they flew by. But so anyway, so after this video, I have a new one, and it's the one from my point of view, because Jay and Ari released a video of when I rode on a scooter, but it was from their point of view. I was filming during a lot of that day, so this video that I'm going to release in about, I don't know, in a few minutes, is my perspective, and then it has a song on there. Is it Baby Let's Go? It might be, it's either Harley or Baby Let's Go. I can't remember now. But I sang Baby Let's Go at the wedding, and so it's the most recent song that I wrote before I came to China. I've been writing a lot since I've been here, but I haven't had time to finish anything. But I made a video while I was here in China with some footage from, I don't know if you saw her, the wedding planner. She said, I have some footage, and it's great footage, and it fit perfectly with the song. So in a day or two, I assume that my channel in China, the people that are running that are going to put up the world premiere of Baby Let's Go. And then about a week later, I'll have it out on the different Spotify and all the, the worldwide music streaming services. So for a week, it'll be like exclusive to China, but and then I'll put it out on YouTube, the video for Baby Let's Go. But we got such a great response when I sang that song. It's so interesting. They had the wedding, so they had that morning thing outside, and then they had the wedding, And then after, about 15 minutes after the wedding, we did a talent show. And that's kind of a fun idea for a wedding. But Dr. Leo sang, and Ari sang. Me and Ari sang "Wo Ba Ba" together, and then I sang "Baby Let's Go." And then that video hasn't come out yet, but Megan did some ballerina dancing at a ballerina class, and so 4 of those ballerinas showed up and did a dance. It was just so cool. Yeah, I like the talent show. I don't know if you've seen it, but it was so cool. I don't know if I'm gonna visit Union and Tibet on this show, but okay, going back to that, I'm really hoping in September I can come back. I'm actually kind of in my mind planning it already, even though they have to talk to the universities and get permission and everything. But I'm hoping to do a guest lecture thing, and I'll maybe lecture for I'll put something together for about 20 minutes. I have 2 things, either about music on the music industry and how music business works, or it'll be about entrepreneurship, because I've been an entrepreneur my whole life, and there's a lot of different things I've learned throughout the past, I guess, 40 years that I've been an entrepreneur now for 42 years. I've only worked for a record company for about 3 years. And the rest of the time I was just working for myself. Well, I mean, even when I was an artist, I basically was a contractor or a subcontractor for the record company. So I was never an employee for Warner Brothers when I was their artist. So I was still considered, even when I was an artist with Warner Brothers, I was still an entrepreneur. But my whole life, I was an entrepreneur. The only time I ever got a salary was for the record company. Or it's from the record company. So I have a couple different lectures, and then so I thought I could do, a little introduction, and then do my little lecture about business, or either music business or entrepreneurship, and then I would open it up for questions for about an hour. And then, BMG is German and Sony is, I think it's Japanese, so it became Sony BMG. They joined forces, and that's who I was the international director of a division for the record selling CDs basically around the world. In fact, I love it here, and so I know. Right now we're scheduled to go back on the 10th. If I can extend it up, great, I will. If I can't, I can't. But I'm 99% sure I will be back in China again, and hopefully in September, because that's and just on my mind, I'm going, if that'd be cool if I could get a lecture, and then we could actually invite other universities. I would think, if I'm going to do an event, I would like as many people to be there as possible. Lakeside today, it's actually a river, and I haven't seen it on the map. It's either the East River or the West River, or how the river in Ningguo City has a river either flowing, I think, 2 rivers, I don't know. It goes from 1 river to 2 rivers splitting off. So someone just a Polygram, BMG, Sony. So I don't know if all those companies may have combined. It might have. I worked for them in 2000, so it's probably been 15 or 20 years since I worked for them. So I'm sure they've made changes and mergers. Find out, it's beautiful. And in fact, I'll show you again before I sign off, because it really is cool. So I covered what's going on today, what's going on tomorrow. And then so I got the new video of that I'm going to be releasing as soon as I get off this. I'm going to put it up. It's already up, or I'm waiting. It's uploading right now, but I'm sure it'll be done it said like 15 minutes left, so it's been 15 minutes, so I'm sure it's ready to go. So I'll put that on, and then this, maybe even by tomorrow, or within the next week for sure, I'll release the new video for the song Let's Go. And in fact, so I'll sing a little bit of that right now, because I'm going to sign off, because I have to go get
I have to shower and then go in. Hopefully, I can eat a little bit of something, and then we're gonna leave at 7:15 to go do the live stream. The live stream starts at 8. Okay. Hey, thank you guys so much for checking in this morning. I should have a concert in China. I would love to, you know. So we'll see, you know, one step at a time. But for now, I'm just happy doing little live appearances and pretty much anyone who invites me. So, for example, if I get that gig, happy to see your live chat again. Welcome, Tim. So if I get like, you know, I call it a anchor date, like something that's concrete, like, okay, I am gonna speak at this college, at this place, at this time. And then how many albums, recorded albums? I don't know, 25. But most of them were independent albums that I made myself. And actually, so I only had one album with Warner Brothers, and then I probably released a few since then. So I just was a very prolific writer. I just wrote all the time. Brian Linden runs the Linden Center. Oh, I'm not familiar with that. That sounds cool. Yeah, so, well, if I get a date, like someone says, Dan, we want you to be here to do this, and then I'll build stuff around it, like, because I'd still love to go into a recording studio in China and record. I just won't have time this trip. And there's a couple other things that I'd like to do. I won't have time for this trip. How many songs have I written so far? I stopped counting at around 550, so my guess is, I don't know, 700. It's probably less than 1,000, maybe 800. Well, I should change that. I've written way more songs than I've recorded, so I have about maybe 600 or so recorded songs. And then I have songs. Actually, I still have melodies in my head from when I was 16. Actually, from when I was 14. So, and then sometimes when I write a new song, one of those old melodies will come back, and so it's like, okay, it took me 45 years to write this song, but I finally finished it. And that's how it works with me. I used to finish songs like if I was doing a tour, but since I don't tour anymore, it's not as urgent. So I would do a new album before every tour, and I did like, well, almost 32. I did 32 tours, but I don't have 32 albums, so I must have done like a couple tours on one album. But for a bigger tour, I'd always put together a new album. So I was doing maybe 2 albums a year, sometimes 3, but and not all of them are great, by the way, because I just have always done everything by myself. So I think when I was my first official album where I had a band and it was recorded on a multi-track studio, 4-track studio like the Beatles. I think I guess I was 19 or 20. And I listen to it now. There's a couple of good songs on there, but some of it's really pretty bad. And also, it took me till I was about 25, 26, 27, 28, till my voice really developed where I was happy with how I could sing. Up till then, I was just going for it. So that is going to be called Let's Go, that video, and it's really cool. Well, you'll hear the lyrics now because I'm going to sing it, but the video is the money shot on that video, because she was showing me some of her really cool footage on this trike, really cool looking trike she has, and she's cruising through the stream and the water's flying, and one of the lyrics is, through the rocks and fields, through the rocks and fields and streams, and all that's in between, baby, let's go. But when I saw that, her cruising through the stream, I went, okay, I'm making a video of this song with this footage. But you'll see it, it's pretty cool. So I will close out. And by the way, yeah, you know, I will. See, that's what I'd like to do. I'd like to translate these songs and then record them. I'd love to record Ari, but she's so busy. So maybe that's one of the things I'd like to do also is to put, and I don't mind even singing a little bit of Chinese. Hey, Malaysia. So, but I'm first one step at a time. I'm first going to release it in English, and then maybe come back and maybe, I don't know, maybe there'll be a company, or maybe Brian will be interested in helping me kind of translate it, because it is different to translate music, because music is kind of like a poem, the lyrics, and Brian understands music and lyrics, so maybe he could help me translate it into Chinese. Also, he speaks very, very good English, and some of his band members I talked to do also. So I'm assuming he does, because his band members spoke English so well. So that could be really cool, and I would love to even write songs with him, because I have a lot of half-finished songs, and it'd just be cool. And also that Wo Baba song where we sang in half English and half Chinese, I thought was awesome. So even maybe that's a possibility. But so that's what I'm saying is if I get some, if Nathan and Snow, or if Nathan helps me, or Snow, help me set up some, or even one speaking engagement at a university, then I can say, hey, I'm going to be in China at this time, at this place. Is it possible we could get together? Because I can't really do that this time, because this is Jay's itinerary, which is great, and we're loving it, and I'm so thankful you brought us over here. And also, I think I'm getting healthier. I think I've lost a little bit of weight, which is helping my back. I got another blind person did my, what a perfect job for a blind person, if they like that kind of work, is a blind lady did my back, and the next morning I felt like a normal human being. I wasn't in any pain. So Billy is up to 55,000 fans. Oh, on my own account? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I love to check that kind of stuff out. It just, everything's going by so fast. So I'm going to sing, what song did I say? Baby Let's Go. Okay. Well, thank you for the information. I love the interaction and the live feed with you guys. So, what else can blind people do for work? I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying, and I don't just assume every blind person would want to be a massage therapist or a physical therapist. I'm just saying, I didn't even know she was blind. So it's the same way the first time the guy gave me a back massage, I didn't know he was blind, and they later said he's blind. I go, he's blind? And the same way the lady gave me the massage today, and then Ross, the guy that I had last time, who was just a master, did Ross, and so Ross understood. He said, I thought you didn't know what you were talking about when I was trying to tell him how the massage was, but now he had it. So now we're like in this club where, no, we can't explain it to anyone and they'll understand it. It's like, what? We're going, it's like there's muscles that just appeared out of nowhere that he fixed. It was you can't explain it. You can't put it into words. So now Ross and I can look at each other and go, I know. Because he said, Dan, I'm sorry. When you were trying to explain it, I really thought you didn't know what you were talking about, and you just, but now I understand. So me and Ross are in this club now. And we want Jay to join the club, because the guy is here in Jay's hometown. And Jay's the one that took us there. Oh, okay, I gotta show you something. Oh yeah, I gotta go, but I can sing with him. Okay, let me hold him just for a sec. Oh, okay, so Doufu is here, so I'm gonna sing a song, and then I'm gonna go get ready for the live stream. Okay. When you came, that sounds too high. Is that too high? Or am I just, is it morning voice? When you came into my house, you said, baby, let's go. I said, where are we gonna run? You said, babe, I don't know. Through the rocks and fields and streams and all that's in between, and that's about all I know. is baby, let's go. Woo-hoo, yeah. Baby, let's go. Woo-hoo, yeah. Okay, he's dancing. This is so cool. Okay, I love you guys. Thank you. Um, I am singing out voice. Thank you so much for joining in. I really, it makes the world a difference to me to see you guys here. And I'll read you guys' comments later. But I want to show you one last scene from my hotel balcony. Actually, I'll show you my little buddy who was listening to my song, and he's all ready to go for a little walk with Grandpa. So anyway, and one last time from my hotel room balcony, check this out. Now you know. Now you're in the club.